Have you ever wondered why some people seem to be invincible, achieving great things while others struggle to even take the first step? Welcome to a discussion that revolves around the power of strength and effort, especially in the world of entrepreneurship. Let me introduce you to two concepts that can profoundly influence your journey to success. Imagine this: being so strong that failure is not an option, versus being so weak that the mere thought of trying is overwhelming. These are two ends of a spectrum that we all navigate in our personal and professional lives. Being too strong to fail implies an unwavering confidence in one's abilities and a resilience that is unshaken by setbacks. This is the kind of strength that fuels the spirit of entrepreneurship. It is the kind of strength that pushes you to innovate, take calculated risks, and relentlessly pursue your goals. On the flip side, being too weak to try suggests a fear of failure so intense that it paralyzes action. This fear can be a formidable barrier to success. It can prevent you from seizing opportunities and stifle your growth. The world of entrepreneurship is a testament to the power of resilience and perseverance. Every successful entrepreneur has a story of grit and determination behind their success. They have faced challenges, weathered storms, and emerged stronger. They have learned from their failures and used them as stepping stones to success. But let's not forget, strength is not just about being immune to failure. It is about having the courage to try, the persistence to keep going, and the wisdom to learn from mistakes. Weakness, on the other hand, is not just about being afraid to fail. It is about letting fear hold you back from trying in the first place. But what does it mean to be too strong to fail or too weak to try? Let's delve deeper into this concept. When we talk about being too strong to fail, who comes to mind? Consider the likes of Elon Musk, the audacious innovator who envisioned a world where electric vehicles rule the roads. Musk faced numerous failures and setbacks, from the initial struggles of SpaceX to the countless criticisms aimed at Tesla. Yet his strength and determination shone through, propelling him towards unimaginable heights. Think about Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba. He was rejected from multiple jobs, including one at KFC. Despite these rejections and his lack of tech background, Ma stood unfazed. He dared to dream, dared to try, and ultimately, dared to succeed. Now, he stands as a beacon of resilience in the face of adversity, an embodiment of the saying, "too strong to fail." And let's not forget about Oprah Winfrey, whose name is synonymous with success. Born into poverty and faced with numerous personal and professional challenges, Winfrey's journey was anything but easy. Yet, she persevered, and today, she's one of the most influential women in the world. Her strength and resilience are testament to her mantra that failure is just another stepping stone to greatness. Or take a moment to reflect on Steve Jobs, a man whose name has become synonymous with innovation. Jobs was ousted from Apple, a company he co-founded, only to return years later and revolutionize the tech industry. He once said, "I didn't see it then, but getting fired from Apple was the best thing that could have ever happened to me." This is a classic example of strength in the face of failure. These individuals are more than just successful entrepreneurs. They are warriors who have weathered the storm of failure and emerged stronger. They didn't just endure the trials and tribulations that came their way, they embraced them, learned from them, and used them as fuel to propel themselves towards success. Indeed, these individuals were too strong to fail. But what about those who are too weak to try? On the flip side, there are those who are too weak to try, but what holds them back? It's a question that provokes thought, doesn't it? You see, often the biggest roadblock to success isn't a lack of resources or opportunities, but internal factors like fear of failure, lack of confidence, and complacency. These are the invisible chains that keep individuals from reaching their full potential. Let's talk about fear of failure. It's a common hindrance, an insidious monster that feeds on doubt and uncertainty. It whispers what-ifs in your ear, making you second-guess every step you take. But here's the thing about fear. It's a natural human response. It's born out of our instinct to protect ourselves. So it's not fear itself that's the problem, but how we react to it. Do you let it paralyze you, or do you use it as a catalyst to prepare better, to plan smarter? Next, we have lack of confidence. It's like an anchor, keeping you rooted in one spot while the world moves forward. It makes you doubt your abilities, your worth, and your potential. It's a tricky obstacle to overcome because it requires a shift in perspective. To gain confidence, you need to start believing in yourself, in your abilities, and in your potential to grow. And then there's complacency, the silent killer of progress. It's when you're satisfied with the status quo, unwilling to venture out of your comfort zone. Complacency is dangerous because it hinders growth. It keeps you stagnant, unwilling to take risks or strive for something better. But here's the good news. These obstacles, as daunting as they may seem, can be overcome. It takes the right mindset, a dash of determination, and a whole lot of courage. It's about recognizing these barriers for what they are, not insurmountable walls, but hurdles to leap over. So as you can see, it's not about being physically strong or weak, it's about the strength of your will and your willingness to try. So how can one strike a balance between being too strong to fail and too weak to try? That's a question we often grapple with. The answer lies in understanding that strength is not just about being impervious to failure, but also about having the courage to try, to venture into the unknown, to take risks. It's about resilience and determination. Consider this. You're an entrepreneur with a brilliant idea. You've spent countless hours fine-tuning your concept, laying the groundwork, assembling the perfect team. But when it's time to launch, you stumble upon an obstacle, an unexpected challenge. What do? Do you allow the fear of failure to paralyze you, or do you push forward, draw upon your inner strength, and face the challenge head-on? It's essential to be strong, yes, but it's equally important to be willing to try, to step into the arena, knowing well that you might fail, but trying anyway because that's how progress is made, that's how innovations are born. So, how can you cultivate this balance? Here are a few strategies. First, set realistic goals. It's great to aim high, but remember to ground your ambitions in reality. Break down your larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks. This will give you a sense of control and help alleviate any fear or intimidation you might feel. Second, embrace failure as a learning opportunity. When you stumble, don't just focus on the fall. Look at what tripped you, analyze it, learn from it. This will not only help you avoid similar pitfalls in the future, but also empower you to approach challenges with a more positive and constructive mindset. Lastly, maintain a positive attitude. It's easier said than done, especially when things go awry. But remember, your attitude shapes your reality. If you believe you can overcome a challenge, chances are you will. Striking a balance is key. It's not about being invincible, but about being resilient and determined. You're not expected to be immune to failure, but you're required to have the strength to try, to bounce back, and to keep moving forward. That's the real strength, that's the balance. In conclusion, what can we learn from this discussion? We've traversed through the realms of strength, fear, failure, and effort. We've seen how those who are strong, those who are fueled by an indomitable will and an unyielding spirit, remain unfazed by failure. They take on the world with an audacity that defies the norms, and they emerge victorious in their pursuits, not because they are immune to failure, but because they have the strength to rise every time they fall. On the flip side, we've also delved into the lives of those who are hindered by fear, those who are too weak to even attempt. Their fear of failure paralyzes them, preventing them from taking the first step towards their dreams. Their journey ends before it even begins. But remember, strength and fear are not two ends of a spectrum, but rather, they coexist within us. It's a balance. Strength is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. It's about having the courage to try, to put in the effort, regardless of the outcome. You see, entrepreneurship is not a path laden with roses. It's a journey filled with thorns and obstacles. But it is also a journey that holds the promise of success, of dreams realized and goals achieved. And to embark on this journey, you need to harness your inner strength. You need to fuel your spirit with resilience, determination, and a positive mindset. You need to have the audacity to try, the courage to fail, and the strength to rise again. So let's take a moment to reflect on our own lives. Are we too strong to fail, or are we too weak to try? Are we letting our fears hold us back, or are we harnessing our inner strength to overcome our obstacles? Remember, you can either be too strong to fail or too weak to try. The choice is yours.